Hey guys, welcome back to the Free Skate. This is Ryan and Jesse.
You guys probably forgot our names by now, so...
It's been a long time since we posted a video, and with reason. I guess, you know what, we were kind of hyping up and waiting for the Worlds, and we were contemplating on what to do and what not to do, because we didn't want to be the same as everyone, and then everything got cancelled, and...
Well, we were going to do our, whole picks for the Worlds again, and draw names, and... No, I beat Ryan last year. Well, it's not going to happen this year. So, Ryan, you didn't lose.
I guess we just wanted to check in with you guys and see how things were going. Many parts of the world are, I wouldn't say shut down, but there's a lot of people in quarantine right now, self-isolation. So we want to put something out there and say, hey, we're here. And
I mean, we're in self-isolation as well, basically. I mean, Canada is under not complete lockdown, but basically, you know, most provinces, which means states, if you're American, most of us, only the essentials are open. Grocery stores, doctors, hospitals, banks, things like that only. Like Ryan is a daycare worker, his is completely gone, school's out.
They're really pushing the whole social distancing thing, so staying...
Physical distance now.
They want to change it to physical distance because I think it's confusing a lot of people. Social. The other day we were downstairs, 4.5 hours we were on webcam with our friends on a messenger video chat and just talking and hanging out and kind of drinking together in the basement and just had a good time. And you know what? You can still be social with the distance. So
yeah, we all have cell phones, we all have text messaging, we all have things that can go on camera, and I think it's important that we all take it serious because the faster we get through this and we all unite as one, you know, it's going to be over sooner, sooner than later. So
right.
Hopefully we just keep spreading out the good and the positive. You know, I see a lot of negative out there, and like here's the thing, like the media is going to be very more aggressive and negative towards it because I think it hits people harder and it scares you off more to go out and do those things. So it's kind of like I always think like it's a very tough situation because some people get really scared and get anxiety over it, and then some people are like, well, screw it, I don't care, blah, blah, and it's not going to kill me in the snap. But I think at the end of the day, it's important for everyone to just unite as one and stay home and only go out when you have to and see your friends on text message. Watch lots of YouTube, watch lots of shows, get into different things, go out in the, if you can, not everyone can, but if you can, go out in the open space where there's lots of grass and things like that because...
Or snow.
Go in the backyard, you know what, go grab a project, do something cool that you never thought you would do, go do something like that, like just something different and something to exercise your brain, exercise yourself, that would be inspiring and be like, wow, like I did that. Like a lot of people are just picking up things to do, so and like that's kind of cool. Like, you know, we're in a world right now that like all we have to do is stay home and we'll get better. Think of what our grandparents and their parents went through with world wars and stuff like that. They had to fight.
Right.
We're not getting all killed with bombs and stuff, so if we all do our best to stay home, we're gonna help everyone more often. So we have to unite as one, as a world. And if we do the right things and the proper things, then we get better, and I think this is even good. I think we're practicing. I think this is actually, to me, I'm like telling myself, like I think the world wants us to do this, and I think the world needs to change in a way, in an aspect. I mean, you were saying about the water in Italy,
right? Well, I was thinking about it a lot when they had reported that the water in Venice. The Venice Canal in Italy was clear for the first time in probably people's generations, people's lifetimes, so well over 100 years, and the fish had come back. You could see the bottom, the swans were back. I think the world is telling us to slow down and like chill out, respect each other, respect the land. The pollution in China, the air quality in China has not been this good in probably since they started their civilization the way.
And I'm sure it's helping all over the world.
Oh, for
because
sure.
There's so many places that a lot of us, like Canada right now has just surpassed 2,000 cases. We're doing pretty good. But it doesn't matter if there's one or not. Like it's one too many. So at the end of the day, we all have to do our part, and I really want to hit that home with everyone. That as much message we can throw out there is just like, let's unite as one so we can get our sports back. And because sports is such a big thing, I think people are like, oh, who cares, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know what? But the thing is, like, these are the type of things that get us through the hard times. Unfortunately, now we don't have that to fall back on. Listen, my hockey's gone, my baseball's gone, figure skating's gone, my curling's gone, everything. Like, I'm a big sports avid, and it's just, those are the type of things I always say. It's like, you know, if it's 3 hours out of your time, you know, like, hockey games are 3 hours, or figure skating can be, you know, however long, 8 hours sometimes a day, but whatever. The point is that's the point where you forget about all the crap in the world and all the negative, and that's why sports is so big, is because we can go out there and cheer for who we want and forget about the problems in the world, and it's your time to just go out and have fun and enjoy with other people around you. And unfortunately, we don't have this for now. So, like, my point of this is just like, unite as one, and you're not alone, we're not alone, we're actually all in this together. So we all have to do the proper thing and the right thing, and listen to what our government or whomever is, you know, in charge of your area or your country.
Okay, so let's go into some skating. I understand that, Jesse, you have seen Zero Hanu's interview that was on CBC.
You understood very well.
I actually missed it, so this is new for me too. So can you enlighten us all on what this interview is about? So,
I think just to start off right off the bat, there's a reason why I'm a fan, and I think now it's clear, and I think why you guys out there resonate with him too, it's the fact that how humble he is. I mean, he's got it all. He has the whole package, and he's on the interview talking to Scott Oak from CBC here in Canada. Like, this was going into the Worlds, right? This was an interview going into the Worlds. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, obviously, going to Montreal. But Hanu said, you know, he was asked, you know, what does it feel like to be, you know, the best? And everyone's gunning for you and blah, blah. And he says, I don't feel like I'm the best. I feel like I go out there to do my best. I feel like I go out there to challenge myself. I'm satisfied for what I did up to now, but I'm not satisfied for my entire goal, because his goal is to do a quadruple axel, he said, in competition. It's what he wants. It's what he's striving for. And he said, the more pressure that the fans and all his fans put out there for him, be like, oh, I want to see him get this, or I want to see him get that. And they're like, oh, he's so great. So you want it to be perfect? He says, I love that. That's what makes me skate, he said. I like the pressure to go out there and be the best. And then, as I'm saying, the humble part where he said, you know, I'm not the best in this. I'm not the best in that. There is better skaters out there. The thing is, he really believes that. He doesn't believe he's better than you at skating, or he's better than you at jumping. He always feels he has to get better, and he's actually intrigued by probably watching a Jason Brown, watching Nathan Chen jump. He appreciates that skill.
And I think that's what makes the best people, or the best skaters in the world, or the best competitive athletes.
Sorry, my Corona's acting up again.
The best
want to always push themselves, to elevate their sport, elevate themselves as an athlete, and also help the athletes behind them, the ones that are growing up, to inspire to get better and be better. And that's why you'll see every sport has gone through this. I don't know how many people out there watch hockey or watch football, but I'll just say for figure skating for you, because every sport has done this, every sport has advanced every decade. It has completely.
Well, especially
you go look
figure
at the
skating
70s
in the last
and figure
few
skating.
years.
Go look at the 80s. Go look at the 90s. Go look at 2000. Look at the 2010 plus. Now look at 2018 and up.
But look at
it's completely changed.
Look at figure skating in the last year or two alone, in the ladies. How many ladies have come up trying quads and triple axels now, and now it's almost like for you to win the world championships,
you better do it.
You need to do it now, and that was something even I would say 3-4 years ago that we would have never really thought of. Or
so, like I was saying, right, even in hockey and stuff, when I was younger, if we only had all these new training practice things to bring home and do, they have everything nowadays from start. Just like figure skating, I mean, think of the things that you don't see, but they're doing behind closed doors with the best in the world, with Tracy Wilson and things like that. They're doing things probably in the 90s, Tanya Harding and all those Nancy Grace, they're probably thinking, if only I had that, I would have pushed my, you know what I mean? I hope figure skating, for me, for next year, I hope they can start trying to figure out how this point system is going to be a little bit better. I know Hanu also said in that interview about, he said, for me, and I think for the sport, he said, jumps isn't everything, and he said what he wants to excel more at is the skating. He said, I want to keep getting better at skating. He said artistry for me is huge, and he said that's a huge component of figure skating. It's not just about jumps. And it's kind of what we've been saying.
He's one of the best ones. So.
Right, but it's what we've been saying like since day one, because he says, he loves going to his jumps and making them difficult and doing all those crazy things, but he said like he likes to push the sport in the artistry level, because he says it's such a
important
big component of figure skating. It's something that you watch for. It makes it elegant. It makes it flow. And what we used to talk about that, earlier in the year, about that Nathan versus Hanu thing, and that was always my point, was that if you don't have the program, the jumps don't look good. The jumps don't make your program look any better. It looks flat, and it just looks like you're having a training session and a practice jumping
Jumps
and skating
only
around.
Is not going to bring you into a program and connect with the audience.
So the artistry is, I think, what a lot of figure skaters want to always remember and trying to keep the ISU aware of. Don't forget about the artistry points. We need those. We need that for figure skating.
Because you know what? There was a...
But the quads deserve all the points, and I agree. So why can't we somehow come up with an idea of, if you want to earn high marks for your quad, you got to have some kind of steps, some kind of hard steps that you got to, I don't know, they got to come up with like a system that going into it, like just skating, going into one, should be a lower grade of a quad. Now doing something out of nowhere, or leaning with one skate, going to jump, whatever, into that quad, you get better grades for that. I don't see, if they're saying it's like that, they don't market that.
Well, that's where the GOE comes in.
And it's still not right though, because that's what I was trying to say. Like,
plus
you don't
5
see
criteria, you have to have a certain amount of those criterias for those bullets.
And it's still inconsistent. Points. So that's, I don't know. I don't know how they...
I do agree. I'm not sure how...
It doesn't work the way they're doing it, because they're still giving... It's going by name, you guys. If you realize it, whoever your name is.
Totally.
If you're Nathan Chen, you don't do that much going into it, or even if you're Hanu, you don't do much into that. They're going to still give you that GOE.
And it's your coaches.
And you'll get a better GOE than the guy that tried actually. But let's be honest too, these guys, Hanu and Nathan, and you want to go back, you could say, they all also made their name. They got themselves to a point where, listen, I'm this good. And then obviously the panels will see that as, okay, like, they have consistency, they're great at this, they're great at that. So you get a little bit more leverage because of how good you are and your consistency. So, it's not to say that, it goes by your name, you just got picked. No, obviously you've done enough to get to this point. But I still think there's got to be something in that point system where they got to figure it out that can be consistent, because right now it's just totally not. That's why there's so many people out there with different judgments and different opinions on these marks. But, this is all fun to talk about and stuff, and we're just throwing ideas out there. I don't know. You guys, I'm sure, can throw some ideas down there. We always read your comments. Hopefully, that's what my main goal is. I want to see for figure skating, just to get it more consistent and more everybody on the same equal page. But, you guys, we just kind of make a video fast and kind of put ourselves out there again, that we are still here, we are still making videos, where we were just, we didn't kind of know what to do. Everything was in limbo, all the talk, and we wanted to make one for certain things, but then guys pulled out, and I was just like, it's just not, for me, I was just like, I wasn't feeling the vibe of certain events, because, like, it wasn't star-studded, and it wasn't, and it just became kind of like, it's a secondary thing. So it's kind of like, I didn't have that, like, passion to do that video. So, hopefully, and then unfortunately this happened. So, hopefully this will calm itself, in the next couple of months. We just have to all stay positive, have faith, and be patient. That's the important thing, is everyone be patient. We will get through this. Trust me, this world is going to be okay. Just listen. And let's all work together as one, and we'll get to watch some figure skating again, and judge different opinions and skates, and everyone can you know, love who they love and enjoy the skates. And hopefully anyone out there with mental health issues right now, or really anxiety, or, you know, even I've had some kind of like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Say,
If
yes,
you have any
we're doing good.
ideas
Yeah.
of a video that you want us to do, leave them in comments below. Let us know what you want us to do. Because
Yeah, if you guys
know what?
have like, an idea, that's cool.
I'm off for a minimum 3 weeks now because there's no childcare, so I don't have work to go back to. So there's a lot of time on our hands. I think we could find some time to maybe make some videos now. If you want to follow me on Twitter as well, you can follow me on Twitter. It's BMBRman85.
Hope you guys are all doing really well. Thank you again for watching this video. Sorry it's been a long time, but hey, we made one, we put it out there, and let's talk.
Stay home.
Bye.